Scorpio Ophiuchus, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for September 26th through the 3rd of October, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Scorpio Ophiuchus, this week we have a new moon taking place, and it is essentially signaling a new beginning from what was a very transformational September, earlier in September with those eclipses. So now new beginnings, and it's a nice one. It's going to be conjoining up to Jupiter, this new moon, and this is going to be in your 11th house, which is the house of your aspirations. So new beginnings with this. This is on a personal note, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams for the future, your personal aspirations there. And also on a collective note, things larger than yourself, such as community, such as your network circles, and even friends, right? And organizations and things like that. So it can even be really accessing your progressive side also. So it's going to take some time. The new moon will be on Friday. And of course, it does take time after that. So really going into next week. But certainly around Friday, it's a good time to sit with the energies, see what comes your way, especially with Jupiter. There could be some insights and, again, perhaps opportunities to cultivate some of these aspirations. And that's a good way of working with it, to see them, sort of reflect on, and see where things take you. Especially because the sun will be conjoining up to Jupiter, approaching that new moon. So around Monday, maybe there's a bit of inspiration or insights or positive energy there, moving things forward. So it's a very good area, very good new moon, and I think setting any new intentions with future things or things larger than yourself is just an excellent way of working with this. Now, your modern ruler Pluto is going direct on Monday, so things are moving forward for you in many regards, because with a ruler retrograde, things can be a bit more internalized. So a lot of this has to do with your second house. In fact, with your traditional ruler Mars here, it's really emphasizing the second house. So this is the house of your material security. And so things could be moving forward for you in that department, particularly with transforming and letting go of any limiting belief systems that might have been preventing you from cultivating your values in life. And a lot of it is attachment with Pluto, because as we get attached to things, we get too hung up on outcomes. It can create blockage, it can create density. So anyways, you've been stripping that away for many years, helping you strip away those attachments to really access the core of what you truly value in life. And as you free yourself up here, by letting go of these attachments, these older energies, so to speak, it's giving you tremendous power to make change in your life, so you can have good material security that's healthy and balanced, both psychologically, emotionally, and literally. So that's moving forward. But also Mars has recently shifted into your second last week, really emphasizing this area. So with this, there is motivation, there is drive, there is intention to be unlocked with these values. It could be financial, it could be just feeling inspired to cultivate some of your values in life. You could be feeling more self-reliant, which I think is a great way of working with it. It's just an excellent time to become more self-reliant depending on your personal situation. But as you cultivate these values, as you put energy into this these inner and outer resources, there is great motivation, there is great drive, and I think this week could be emphasizing that. All right, so that's going to be a strong energy there with things moving forward with that Pluto direct, then that new moon on Friday. And I do want to mention that around Friday, Mercury is going to go into the 11th, so your mind could be going into, first of all, a very good placement in Virgo, exalted, going into those future things. So you could be very progressive-minded. Innovative thinking can be very strong over the weekend. Now, you could be feeling maybe a bit wounded on some regard with this opposition up to Chiron in general. But no, this is subjective. It's happening collectively for all of us. It's an internal wound. And as you do that acceptance, then it can be very rejuvenating, in fact. So if anything does come up from those aspirations or group things, or maybe with the deeper side to life, since Mercury rules your 8th, acceptance is really the name of the game with that, and it can help rejuvenate you and heal you, involving particularly these aspirations in life. Now, I do want to mention for you, Ophiuchus, Chiron is considered your modern ruler as well. So an opposition up to Chiron will suggest having an importance of balance when it comes to communication and routine. over the weekend. So I think with extra consideration on what you're saying or what you're doing, correspondence, things like that, keeping things nice and balanced without going to any extremes, I think will be an important consideration there. All right, and for all of us, Venus will be trining up to Neptune over the weekend, making it quite supportive for easygoingness. A lot of this could be involving those 11th house things. Again, aspirations, great weekend for hanging out with friends or community. Maybe online, technological, innovative is always good with the 11th house, but whatever it is, it could be enjoyable and easygoing. Maybe around the home and family life as well, which is Neptune in your 4th. All right, but the strongest energy is certainly this new moon. It's a subtle time, especially as we approach the new moon, that energies are dying down. So it's a good time to reflect on these aspirations of yours with Jupiter, to see those potentials and those possibilities, which are certainly there because we're seeing them. We can have a bit of luck because we can see those potentials. But especially next week, as things start to move forward, I think it's just an excellent time to cultivate those future things. All right, so Scorpio Ophiuchus, have an excellent week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.